Welcome back to the Mom Curious podcast. My name is Daniella Rabbani and I am your host. This season and everything I make moving forward is dedicated to my amazing sister Ariana Rabbani Rappaporte. Ariana spent every day of her life making the world a little bit more beautiful with her jewelry, but mostly with her love and her kindness. I ask that if you have a moment, an opportunity to do something kind and beautiful and loving today, it could be big or small, take that opportunity in honor of my sister Ariana. It could be as little as opening a door for someone behind you or helping someone across the street who may need it. It could be as big as a big donation or a sweeping gesture of love. Something today to make the world a little bit more beautiful in her absence. Thank you in advance. Today's episode features a visionary, a total badass mama. Her name is Miki Agrawal. You may know her from her incredible innovations like Tushy or Thinks or the restaurant Wild here in New York City. She is the author of the best-selling books Do Cool Shit and Disrupt Her. She's recognized by Fast Company as one of the most creative people and by the World Economic Forum as a young global leader. Beyond her entrepreneurial ventures, Miki is known for her compelling presence as a speaker, offering unique insights into breaking taboos and creative innovation, product development, creative marketing, and business scaling. With 20 years of entrepreneurial adventures, Miki has established herself as a thought leader in creative business strategy and challenging the status quo. With a track record of building 2 9-figure companies that disrupted 2 industries, Miki is now channeling her entrepreneurial spirit into her 4th venture, Hero, aiming to solve the global plastic crisis with nature-inspired plastic-eating fungi. This was the first time that I met Miki in person, although we do have quite a few friends in common. I wanted you to feel like you were in the room with us, so I kept in some of the bits that felt a little more personal when speaking about my sister and the rest. I wanted you to feel what it was like to be with someone who is trying to make the world a better place for our children on the big scale, but also in the little moments too, heart to heart and woman to woman. Enjoy this really fascinating conversation with Miki Agrawal. And as always, I would love to see you over on Instagram at Daniella Rabbani. If you can like and share this episode and this show, it would mean the world to me. This work is really something special, and I can't do it without you. So enjoy and see you over there.
My mom's a saint, Japanese, from Japan. Like, hello, pleased to meet you. I'm from Japan.
What's her name?
Mire. And my dad is from India. Hello, nice to meet you. I'm from India.
How did they get together?
Yeah, they met in 1974, Ottawa, Canada. My mom was doing a 1-year abroad program in Ottawa. My dad was doing a 2-year abroad program. And they met, fell in love. Within 7 months, they were married. And within a year, they had 3 of us.
And they are still together?
Yes.
They're
still together. In love. They're like inseparable. She won't even leave him to come have a girls' weekend with with her 3 daughters.
Because she likes his company that much?
Because they can't leave each other.
And they speak English together?
Yes.
Do you speak Hindi?
Hindi, Japanese.
No, you don't.
Yeah, Monday to Friday we had French school because I'm from Montreal. So français c'est ma langue maternelle, my first language. Then Saturday, Nihongo no Gakko, Japanese school, and then Hindi school on Sunday.
Wow.
Yeah.
How does that affect the brain, do you think? Knowing so many different languages.
It actually increases your IQ substantially when you're multilingual. I mean, I'm not
to brag, but by the way,
it's not my doing. So I don't take any credit for it. It's my parents.
Yeah, but you are a genius.
No, I'm quite a jock in a lot of ways, but
because you're like a soccer player.
Yeah. But I do think that if you learn languages at an early age, you do end up becoming a lot more dexterous in your mind, and you're able to just comprehend concepts a lot faster because you are able to comprehend languages. Yeah.
I was raised bilingual, but the idea of Hebrew.
Ooh.
And I speak Yiddish now.
קוראים לי מיקי.
Oh, shalom, Miki.
קוראים לי לך, נעים מאוד.
Na'im
מאוד.
Okay, so you see how you can pick up languages very quickly.
תן לי נשיקה, give me a kiss.
Give me a kiss. Okay, no problem. So I always felt like it was a poetic experience to be like, this is a light, but it's also, the idea that like there are many definitions or ways to express one thing is a really fun experience to be bilingual. I can't imagine being quadrilingual.
And then Spanish, because restaurant and whatever. Yeah,
it's a great restaurant.
Yeah.
Emily Fletcher serves that every single time I come to her. Well, every time I did come to her.
Yesterday was our 20-year anniversary.
Wow,
of the restaurant being open, which is wild.
Okay, can we talk about that?
Yeah.
Can we talk about how you even got into the restaurant industry?
Well, we can even start further back, which is just basically my growing up at home to a Japanese mother and Indian father in French Canada. Our dinner table was just always a place for debate, and we always just got to argue constructively about perspective. It's like, imagine, it's like, what's the Hebrew, what's the Jewish perspective, what is the American perspective, right? There's always it's not just a singular perspective, whereas, and same thing in my household, it was like Japanese perspective, Indian perspective, French perspective, English perspective. So we got to debate around every subject all the time. Wow. And so just got to question everything my whole life and like always ask that question, is there a better way? And I think that just translated across my life, where it's like when I moved to New York City, worked in finance, 9/11 happened, slept through my alarm clock, crazy story.
You slept through your alarm clock and it saved your life.
And it saved my life. I was supposed to be there under Two World Trade Center, under the Two World Trade Center right when the first plane hit, right before the first plane hit. And 2 people in my office died. 700 people in my girlfriend's office died. It was like out of a bad movie. And one of my best girlfriends, from college, I thought she died, but she'd gone down to get coffee right before the first plane hit, and 700 of her colleagues died. It was nuts. It was one of those. And I was the only one at my bank who volunteered to go into the bank to retrieve critical documents for the bank with a Marine. Like right after 9/11 happened, no one else volunteered, but I had such survivor's guilt in a way. I just was like, what can I do to serve? And I was like, I serve the bank, whatever. But I just wanted to go and see with my own eyes, like what rubble war, like I just wanted to witness that.
When you witnessed it?
When I witnessed it, it was like, imagine like golden elevator banks that were just rubble. Like you're in the middle of a war zone. It was just full.
It was a war zone.
It was a war zone. And I just was like, all the firefighters had done finger painting on the walls because there was this much white soot everywhere, if you remember that. But there was this white powder everywhere from all the stuff getting just blown up, that there was white powder. And all the firemen and policemen did like finger painting on the walls of all the rubble. And it was of like planes that hitting the towers. And yeah, I went in with a Marine and retrieved like all the documents that were requested, and went through with a flashlight, 2 moon suits, goggles, mask, gas mask, and the whole thing, and crawled into the space and went in with 9 pages of things to go into the bank and go to the 9th floor and all the different floors and find like the papers. It was like a treasure hunt in a way, but in a bad movie wise. But I did feel like some level of healing that came from that, just by having a task to do, and
making sure that the people who lived and died there, that their work was preserved to the best of your ability.
100%. Yeah, of course. Just to be in service of, like it was just there. It was insane. Imagine just going to work one day, like see you, honey, see you in the morning, see you after work, and then you just never come home. It's. Yeah, it's one of those things, like, that you don't, like, you can't imagine.
What a formative moment in your life.
I was 22 when that happened.
Baby.
And it was like, I could have been 32 or 42 or 52, and so it was 22. And so because of that, it was a gift in a way, because I was just starting my life. I just graduated from college. I had my whole world in front of me. And I wasn't just like, I guess this is my life. I'm a banker now. And it's like, hate my job, but I guess that's what everyone does. But it was that moment that really gifted me the reminder of the mystery of life is that you never know when it's going to end. And
that's the truth.
And that is the truth. And the truth and the time was right now to make every drop of breath count. And I was 22 and I got to really sit with myself and ask that question, like, what do I like care about? Like, what am I passionate about? You're not just following the herd, I guess. Well, you become a lawyer or a banker or a doctor, or you take a job, or it's like, no, what do I care about? And how often do we actually sit and ask ourselves that?
Sadly, I find that it takes something as catastrophic as that.
Exactly. And so in a way, it was a gift because I had to sit with myself and say, like, what do I care about? And so I wrote down 3 things I wanted to do with my life. Like, one was to play soccer professionally, you know, because of course.
Because like if you can, you must.
I played soccer all 4 years in college. I was, all league, whatever. And I was like, this is my life. And then the second was to make movies. I love storytelling. I worked for the guys who produced Dumb and Dumber and Kingpin and all these hilarious movies and Elliot for a couple of years. Yeah, and Summers. And then the third was to start a business. And played soccer for New York Magic, had 3 ACL reconstructions, worked in the film business, learned the art of storytelling and production. So which is like how to deliver a commercial or music video on time, on budget, hiring all the people, getting everything set up, making it happen. It was really a master class in creating anything from nothing, but in a short time frame.
But specifically with making movies, like it used to be relegated to like the big screen or even like the television. I'm an actor, so I would actually work in commercials, and that would also be on TV or the radio.
Yes.
But now things like Tushy, which is we should get into, which is one of your brilliant creations. It's an American bidet. You have made films essentially selling this product using that skill set. So you're still making movies, and we can still make movies. I mean, we've really democratized that experience and that craft. I mean, some people are better at it than others, obviously, and we can tell the difference, but you're still doing it.
Well, Steve Jobs, he said you can always connect the dots. You cannot connect the dots looking forward, but you can always connect the dots looking backwards.
Right. Yes.
And so it's like, like the film, the finance, working in investment banking, from everything laddered up to entrepreneurship, right? The finance taught me how to, manage financial statements. Working in the film business taught me how to storytell. Working in just being an athlete taught me how to stand back up when you lose the ball. You have to get back in the game immediately, and you have to keep going. And so it's like all of these skill sets were training me to ladder up to becoming an entrepreneur. And so when the first idea hit, which was born out of a stomach ache when I was working on sets of the commercials and music videos, there was those craft service tables where you just get to pick food off the table, just free snacks. I mean, who doesn't love free snacks?
Literally.
I know. I'm like,
just gonna open up my free snack right now. Thank you,
Yeah.
Hoff Studios. Really appreciate you, Gabe.
I know.
Gabe, shout out to Gabe, our engineer. Love you. Love your snacks.
Thank you. Good snacks.
These don't give us stomach aches because they're roasted peanuts.
Oh,
they're just fine.
Okay, cool.
It's not the pizza you would be eating at the craft services
totally
table.
Yeah, well, we were eating shitty craft service, like crappy pizza and pigs in the blanket and like all awful stuff like that. Whereas, and so when I went home, I would always have these stomach aches. I loved free food because I was still like paying off student loans, and I'm Indian, whatever. So it's like free food. I mean, who doesn't love free food?
Who doesn't love crafty?
Who doesn't love crafty?
Only a movie star. I will tell you honestly, the only people that I know who like would ever say no to crafty are the movie stars who are like always around crafty.
I know exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
They're like, I only eat my what's on my rider, which is my green juice.
Exactly.
But the crafty was, I actually, fast forward, after I opened my restaurant, I became a crafty out of my restaurant for a while, where I would actually go on sets and put my healthy pizza and healthy food as a craft service offering, because there was no healthy craft service at the time.
There barely is any.
I know.
Still.
Yeah, exactly. And so, so then the first idea was born out of a stomach ache, and I created New York City's first gluten-free farm-to-table pizza restaurant.
Wild.
It was called Slice. I wrote the book Do Cool Shit when it was called Slice, but then we rebranded to Wild in 2013. But it's been this month marks my 20-year anniversary.
Congratulations. Restaurants are a hard industry.
95% of restaurants close in their first year.
Yep.
85% of restaurants close their second year.
Yeah.
And now like John Bon Jovi left my restaurant, Paul McCartney, Meryl Streep, like it's like
Daniella Rabbani
and
and Emily Fletcher,
and
who will literally serve it at every gathering when she lived in Brooklyn or the West Village. Which she does not anymore. But I just want you to know that
I live for the loyalty of friendship.
Oh God, that woman, the best, and also your pizza's really good.
It's great.
The salmon also very good.
Thank you.
Yeah, no, thank you.
And it's gluten-free. It's like the only gluten-free restaurant like in the area, really. So it's really cool.
Your stomach does dictate a lot of your entrepreneurial decisions.
The down there region. What goes in this hole and comes out of those holes.
And I appreciate that.
Yeah. So then I started Thanks, the period-proof underwear project, which was really to, eliminate shame for a woman in like the thing that creates human life, a woman's period, which is food for the baby. I even asked Kira, I'm like, Kira, what's a period? He goes, food for the baby. I'm like, you're dismissed. Class dismissed.
Dream boy.
The best. I really, every time I had my period, it was like the first time. It was a disaster. It was a mess. And so just to be able to create something that you can just put on like a pair of underwear and not put all of that dioxin filled, bleached stuff.
Why are we putting stuff inside our vaginas when there's stuff trying to come out?
I know. It's so.
And by we, I don't mean me.
And all
because
cramps.
I've been wearing Thanks for years.
Yes.
But what I have to ask.
But cramps, you get when you put a tampon in, you get so many more cramps, so many more painful cramps, because your body is meant to expel, not meant to tighten and hold when you're on your period. And
it's so confusing.
And it's so confusing, and it's the most absorbent part of your body. So you should not actually be absorbing all that bleach toxins into your body. It's just terrible.
Before I started wearing Thanks, this isn't a commercial for Things, but it should be. Before I started
sold it, so
okay, great.
I'm not making it.
Oh, all right, whatever. You're welcome, person who bought it. But you guys should get it. I was like, why would I put, I have PCOS and I was dealing with and I was really healing. I wanted to be fertile and have children one day. It wasn't then, but I wanted to have children one day. And I knew it hurt to stick things up.
Yes, it hurt. And actually when you stick them up, pull them out. So my twin sister, Radha, her husband, Eli, his father discovered toxic shock syndrome.
Oh, wow.
And TSS, toxic shock, is when, you put a tampon and you pull it out and you get infections because it creates micro lacerations in your vaginal canal when you're pulling out a tampon and you're not really bleeding that much anymore. So it creates micro lacerations, or a tampon stays up for too long and creates infection.
And can kill you.
And can kill you. It can create toxic shock syndrome.
Okay. But then I found Things.
Yeah.
Before that, I tried the cup, the
Right.
Diva cup. That
So
also
messy.
hurt.
And it's so messy.
Really hurt. And then I was like, no, I'm going to free bleed. Guys, this is how crazy I was in my 20s. I was like, I'm just going to sit here. I'll do my work at home. And I'll free bleed on a towel.
Yeah.
And this is why I created this space where I could just tell you whatever
I love it. No,
crazy shit I tried. And then you came out with Thanks. And I was like, wait, I could just free bleed and then go about my day.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can.
And it's like a built-in micro-thin kind of absorbent material
I could
in
wear
your
whatever
underwear.
I want.
Yeah, and you can feel sexy. Like you don't feel like you're restricted by a pad. I used to have investors because I couldn't raise money starting Things, and people would be like, ew, should I be talking to my wife about it? Because all the investors I was talking to were men, and so they didn't understand it. So after I started having men, I'm like, take this pad, go into the bathroom, put it in your underwear, and start walking around. So I had different investor men
How did you
put a pad on, go to the bathroom, put a pad on, come out and start walking. I'm like, sit down. Now stand up. Now sit down again. Now stand up again. Do you feel? And they're just like squirming with discomfort. And
it's uncomfortable.
It's the most uncomfortable thing ever. And I'm like, don't even make me ask you to stick a tampon up your butt, because I would. But I'll just have you put a pad on first. And they were just like, wow, this is terrible experience. And that we've been doing for decades, and so so
but
that
I
was
haven't
really
bought another round of Thanks in a long time because they last.
They last forever. Yeah, totally.
I'm glad you sold it because now I don't feel so bad
Yeah,
about
yeah,
that.
yeah. You're
Because
good.
I'm like,
You're good.
sorry, my friend.
Well, the whole
I bought one fell swoop
I
and
know.
they're just washing them
that's it.
because they're so durable.
Yeah, and same thing with Tushy. Then I started Tushy, the modern bidet, which I still own, and yeah, and that's also we've helped save over 10 million trees from getting flushed down the toilet because you buy it one time, also durable. People just like take it from their one apartment and bring it to their next apartment. And take it from when you buy it one time for $100 or whatever, and then you replace 80% of your toilet paper or 100% if you are willing to use towels to pat dry because you're taking a micro shower for your butt. Basically, it's a bidet that washes your butt clean after you poop. It's so simple. It takes 10 minutes to install. There's no plumbing or electrical. It's like game changing. And like our 3 million customers are like, there's life before Tushy and life after Tushy. Like,
how do you feel so comfortable talking about your butt?
Like, because we all have one and we all have children and like we're talking about poop forever. Like, I find it to be so funny that we've restricted ourselves from talking about the most human things. And yes, okay, it's gross and whatever, but it just is. So it's like, why don't we make it better? Sorry?
Everybody poops.
And everybody poops.
I'm just talking over you. Sorry.
No, but
I get so excited.
No, me too. And we're doing it's great. Sisters, you know. No, but it's also interesting because when people do end up talking about it, they just feel liberated. They're like, oh, wow, what else can I be liberated to talk about? It started with things, too. People are like, oh, my God, I can talk about my period. I can now. It opened up a can of worms of, like, all the things they were holding inside of them about just having hard conversations. Same thing with Tushy, because now men and women use Tushy. And they're, like, talking about their poop at dinner. Like, people, I mean, over the last decade, I've received messages every time I take a shit. I think of you.
Oh, yeah. So I gave Tushy as a gift to a friend.
Holidays are coming up, by the way, so they're the best gift that keeps on giving. People love it
because people think of you every morning, at least. And
what a generous, beautiful gift.
And then he gave another Tushy to his mother, and now it's
the gift that keeps on giving. Yes,
this is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
And by the way, I'm not telling you this because you're a guest. That just happened in my life. I didn't even know it was your product.
Oh, I love that.
I am your target demographic, and I have a feeling that the Mom Curious crowd is also because you have a diaper.
Yes.
Wait, does it eat itself? What's going on with this diaper?
Perfect. I brought it here with me. So here's a hero diaper. So like the
Look
quick.
at that newborn
Look at the cute.
diaper.
I know. So first of all, I'll just tell the quick backstory. But this is, by the way, the only unbleached diaper in the market. All the other diapers are bleached. Can you believe it? Like literally,
even like Honest.
Yeah, they're all white. All the big diaper companies are like white equals clean, bleach equals clean. We're like, bleach spits out dioxins, like literally like chemicals that seep into your newborn baby's skin, and they're like white equals clean. We're like, no, unbleached cotton is clean. Like, feel it, just feel it. Get in there.
All right, I can't wait. Like, you're gonna make me want to have a baby again.
Isn't that
Stop
just? And here's the magic. I'll tell you.
Look at the tiny little butt. A teeny tiny one. They look like hairless squirrels at this point.
Yeah, totally.
And what's so weird is that everyone but the mother is like, yay!
The mom's like, I love you so
oh my God, I made this hairless squirrel. It pees, it poops, it sucks on my boob.
But the greatest part about it is that every diaper comes with these little pouches that house these sleeping, friendly, culinary grade, non-toxic fungi
Culinary
inside.
grade.
Culinary grade. So you actually can eat it, but it's, don't, but you can.
Okay.
But it's culinary grade. And you literally, when you're taking the diaper off the baby that has poop or pee in it, you take the whole pouch and you just drop it in, the whole pouch in, and you close it and you throw it in the trash. That is your one inspired action, moms. It's a one inspired action. You drop this little pouch into the diaper after every diaper change and you throw it in the trash. Because in a couple of weeks, the little friendly fungi inside of this little pouch wake up and start to grow in the landfill. And then fertilized by your baby's poop or pee, which come from your breast milk or the food that you fed your baby, which is so cool. It comes from the mama. And then into the baby poop, which fertilizes these little dormant sleeping friendlies inside of this in the landfill, and it'll grow and start to scaffold around the diaper and then start to return it to the earth and start to break it down.
It breaks it down?
Yes. And so right now, every diaper takes 400 to 500 years to break down.
Not yours.
Not mine. Every single diaper takes 400 to 500 years to break down.
Even
And
like seventh generation.
yes,
Even like these.
yes, every diaper takes like 400 to 500 years to break down, and every
Wait,
baby
400?
400 to 500 years.
I'm learning
We have a whole
on the job, friends.
we have
I'm
we have a
sorry.
campaign right now. We call it like, if Shakespeare wore diapers, they'd still be in a landfill somewhere. If Beethoven wore diapers, they'd still be in a landfill somewhere. If George Washington wore diapers, they'd still be in a landfill somewhere. Like, that's how insane it is.
Well, that's your film background right there. And I think
Right.
It's
It's
really
just
cool.
like it's just like, wow. And the number of diapers that end up in landfills every year could circle the earth 1,500 times per year. That's how many diapers end up in landfills. So all of your diapers are still in landfill. All of your baby's diapers are still in landfills. Every one of the diapers that have ever been made are still sitting in landfill until now. We are the first to come with the thing that has been doing it for hundreds of millions of years in nature. Mushrooms have been breaking down fungi. They're breaking down the carbon backbone of trees and dead animals and just returning it back to soil, turning into dirt and mycelium for it to continue the circle of life. This is the first diaper that's built on regenerative principles, that comes with these little friendly fungi that are designed to break the diaper down. In literally, our vision is landfill biodegradable in under 12 months instead of 400 to 500 years. In our lab, we're able, under best conditions, we're able to do it under 6 months. Like, it's so next level. And obviously, in under landfill conditions, it's slower, it's anaerobic. If it's in an aerobic environment, it'll happen so much faster. But it is exponentially 100 times better to partner with nature than to not partner with nature.
Wow. Did you use cloth diapers with your child?
I tried. I was recovering from my C-section. I spent $500 on cloth diapers, and I was like, I'm going to be that cloth diapering mom. And then after a month of washing and everything smelling of vinegar and bending over while trying to literally like recover from a C-section while breastfeeding my baby, I was like I'm giving myself a hall pass right now. This is too much for me.
It is
I
too
can't
much.
do this. And so just so you know the facts, like, I think it's like 50% of moms buy cloth diapers to try, and 2% actually use it, because they're like 66% of women are either 66% of mothers are either primary or co-breadwinners now. 66% of moms. And so if you're a working mom, what are you going to like go to work, come home, wash the shit out of your diapers, and then put it in the vinegar and everything smells of vinegar? It's just like, and the number of washing cycles,
And
just
I
think about the number of washing cycles. The number of washing cycles actually, it's like, it ends up being net, like not a big difference from the amount of energy consumption that's required to make a diaper than how much laundry that you're doing. Plus, all the postpartum mobility, postnatal physical therapists say that the reusable diapers, cloth diapers, are so bulky that it actually opens up the hips, and it's not good for the baby's like gait and walking and learning how to crawl and walk properly, because it opens up because it's so bulky. And they don't work. The second a little pee goes on a cloth diaper, the baby's crying. It's not the tenable solution. We actually looked at every material. Bamboo is total greenwashing. It is literally like 1 degree from plastic. It takes hundreds of years to break down. It's completely bleached. They come with a still, we remove that toxic blue line. We call it the bromothymol blue line.
Yes.
That line that goes from yellow to blue.
Very helpful.
That's not even allowed in adult cosmetics.
Oh, no.
That line, let alone in a baby diaper. So we removed it because guess what? As a parent, you just know when to go, when you just know.
Yeah,
You don't need that. Like,
it's bulky,
and
or
that
they're
was
uncomfortable,
yes,
or
and
the time has passed.
That's right. And the big diaper companies put that line there so the parent can change the diaper faster. They can go through more diapers. And so they're just spending more and more and more money, spending more and more and more time. Like there's this thing called delayed potty training right now that's happening in diapers, where babies are in diapers now till they're 4 years old. 5. People are still wearing pull-ups at 5. Like I was just like, this is what we're doing at
in Israel. They potty train at like 1.
No, what we're doing at Hero is we're training parents on a thing called elimination communication.
Yeah.
Which is getting your baby out of diapers in 12 to 18 months instead of 4 to 5 years, saving you thousands of dollars and thousands of diapers that end up in landfills.
You're training them out of buying your product?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
But that also elimination communication just I have 2 kids who had a very hard time with potty training, like still have a very hard time with potty training, because I did not potty train them properly. And now if I knew better, I would have done better. I would have considered this,
elimination
because
communication. Yeah.
it just strengthens your
communication. It's a cues-based learning.
Your relationship.
Yes, your relationship. You become closer. People are like relying on a line to tell you when to change your baby versus knowing, because you're so close to your child. It just creates a closer relationship, a closer dynamic, and a closer relationship to the ecosystem your baby is growing up in. One of the things that bothers me so much is this. Well, first, this toxic individualism where you're like, I, me. But then finally, when we have a child, we go from this I, me consciousness into an us, we consciousness. We go from maiden to mother. It's a one-way doorway, or bachelor father. It's a one-way doorway that you're never going back from. But you go from like I, me into us, we, but it's still to single family, like my family.
Right.
I don't care about throwing all this trash away and buying all the Amazon boxes and this and that, and not actually looking at the ecosystem my baby's going to grow up in. Like, if there's only 40 harvests left, which by the way, there's only 40 harvests left unless we truly as a collective human species do something about it, we are screwed in 40 harvests. There's going to be more plastic in the ocean than fish by 2050.
That's
right now,
tomorrow.
91% of plastic is not being recycled. It's being put in our oceans, put in our landfills, being incinerated, and ultimately mismanaged. And the mismanaged plastic is what's entering our brains, bloodstreams, and our babies' umbilical cords and our reproductive organs now today. We have to all collectively do something about it together. And it takes inspired action. One inspired action. And what I'm saying to parents is, we're meeting you where you are. I know what it's like to be a busy mom. I'm not saying bury these diapers in your backyard. I'm not telling you to wear cloth diapers. I'm telling you to like use wisely, as few as you need to. But when you do use them, use one that comes with a regenerative principle, one that returns to the earth, one that supports the ecosystem that you're going to leave your baby behind. What's the point of having children if you're going to leave an ecosystem that's full of trash, waste, toxicity, that your baby's going to get cancer? Like, what's the point? My baby. Eat organic clothes, organic food, organic, but you're putting trash that's entering your baby's bloodstream, their brain, and their umbilical cords before they're even born. Their genitals, their reproductive organs. It's insane when we're actually not thinking about it correctly. And so for me, I want to meet parents where you are and teach you ecosystem consciousness. We're going to teach you about friendly fungi, how they're not scary. Literally, we have fungi living inside of our bodies.
Oh, mushrooms are the best.
We have a microbiome and a mycobiome inside of us. Without those mushrooms, those fungi living inside of us, we'd be dead. Without fungi in the world, we'd be dead. And people are like, fungi, like, oh, is it scary? I'm like, no. These are like the safest, beneficial, like, you know, and
also the way you package
it. They're so cute. You just literally throw the whole pack. It's like a little seeds.
But you know that little that fresh thing that people put in food. I don't even know what that is, by the way.
Right.
What is that? That's what it looks like. It looks like something very 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 normal.
Yeah. So you just throw this whole pouch in here. It's like basically it's got little food, and it's got basically like cryo frozen fungi that are just like cryo dried. So it's almost like Han Solo that are just like you know. And by the way, diapers are the very beginning. We want to tackle all plastics: menstrual pads, adult diapers, doggy wee-wee pads, plastic bags, like everything that cannot be recycled. We are going to work with our technology.
How did you find this technology?
Well, no, we developed it. We spent the last almost 5 years. I brought together the Ocean's 11 of top PhDs in mycology, microremediation, biology, chemistry. I brought together the top people who can take fungal cultures from bench top to massive room size. We built a lab and a myco refinery in Austin, Texas, that actually makes all these little friendly fungi. And we package them ourselves, and we like package the boxes and ship them to moms ourselves. Like, we're doing it all. Like, this is a hero's journey that we are on. Like, it's called Hero Diapers. Hiro, named after my son. It means abundant and generous in Japanese. And this story, and why I'm going to quickly share the story of.
Don't be quick. We got time.
Okay, great. Well, I want to share the story of the inception story, because it's about attunement. And I really believe that if we all slow down enough and get so present with nature consciousness, miracles happen. Like miracles actually happen when we get in full presence. Like I know we've all experienced moments where you're like, oh my God, this thing happened, when you don't even believe that when this happened, because you're aware and you were present to this awareness. And so the story is, I was staring out the window. I started taking Fridays, what I call thinking days on Fridays, where I don't take any calls or meetings. I let that day be a day. It's not a day off. It's a day to tune in to nature consciousness and allow for creative ideas to download. It's where my best inventions, my best campaigns, my best ideas come from on those Fridays. I've been doing this for almost 7 years now.
Oh, wow.
And it's been a practice of just allowing for creative ideas to download. And on a particular Friday, I was like staring out the window and looking at a tree. And I was like, wait a minute, breast milk is liquid gold.
Sure is.
Don't want to waste a drop. We know that.
I cannot.
You know?
I do not have enough to waste a drop.
We can't. And so if breast milk is liquid gold, then baby poop must be fertilizer gold.
Wait, this was on a Friday, on one of your Thinking Fridays?
Yes. I was like, breast milk is liquid gold, and therefore baby poop must be fertilizer gold. And right now we're wrapping this mama juju fed fertilizer in plastic to the tune of billions of pounds of baby poop across the world in plastic and throwing in the trash. This golden poop and wasting it. It's gold. It's actually yellow. It's gold. Before the baby actually starts to eat solid, the poop is gold. Like it's gold. It's all nutrient rich gold. And we're throwing in the trash. And so I was just like, wait a minute. What if the baby poops or pees in the diaper and it triggers something to grow in the diaper to break the diaper down and start to break plastic down? What could break down plastic? I was like, what? Literally, I was like, okay, like what could break down plastic? In that exact moment, my son Hero comes running into my room. He's 2 years old at the time, cannot read. He comes running into my room, points to a book in my nightstand saying Pachamama, which means Mother Earth. I look in my nightstand and there's a book called Pacha's Pajamas in my bookshelf, in my bedroom nightstand, that was given to me like a year and a half prior at a conference. You know, you get given books and you get put in your library downstairs. Somehow it made its way a floor up to my bedroom nightstand. While I was, what could break down plastic? My son Hero comes running to my room saying Pachamama, meaning Mother Earth, points to this book. I pull it out, I open it, and it says fungi can break down plastic.
What?
It was one of those divine moments of the universe that just was like, what could break down plastic? Pachamama, Mother Earth, book, open, fungi can break down plastic. And it just stopped me in my tracks. I looked at the tree and I was like, bless you, divine being. And then that set me on the path and us on the path to put this incredible Ocean's 11 team together of top PhDs in mycology, microradiation, biology, chemistry. All the number one diaper engineer from Procter & Gamble is my president and COO. Like, brought together truly the top of the pops in this space. Entered a true interdisciplinary, multidisciplinary team to come and help solve the global plastic crisis, one baby poop at a time.
Oh my God, that's incredible.
Yeah.
When did this begin?
So I had the idea in 2019, started working on it in 2021 officially. Well, start 2020 quietly in Pakistan, founded a mycologist, but it didn't work out. Then in 2020 moved to Austin, met my co-founder, and he's a mushroom farmer. And then we basically, built the team and, raised some cash and then formed. Yeah. And then now we're really helping solve the global plastic crisis. And, and we're on the hero's journey. This is iteration 1. Like, we have put together we're the first ever to create shelf stable and scalable fungi that can break down plastic. It is so cool. And we're the first to put out diapers. You can go to HeroDiapers.com, HIRO diapers.com. We launched 2 months ago after almost 5 years.
Huge congratulations.
Of working on this. We launched 2 months ago.
5 years, if you think about how long we've been putting diapers on babies, 5 years is not a long time to create a solution.
Right. Well, because
problem.
it turns out nature's been iterating for hundreds of millions of years. Fungi were brought to the world over 1 billion years ago. And it took them about 90 million years to figure out how to break down the carbon backbone of trees. So trees came to the planet 390 million years ago, and the carbon backbone called lignin of trees to make the tree stand up straight, that's literally came to the world in like 390 million years ago or so. And so when trees would fall down, when they would die, and by the way, that's where oxygen, and let's talk about trees for a second. I'll get back to Tushy and why Tushy is so important.
Yeah, it's
trees,
all connected.
It's all connected. We're all connected. Trees literally take in carbon dioxide, carbon monoxide, nitrogen dioxide, and miraculously with its technology transform it into oxygen for all of us to live and breathe and exist on this planet. And we are chopping them and wiping our butts with them. Like the level of disrespect and disconnection and like sleeping that we're doing for the being that's giving us human life is one of the, it's like that is a veil that I'm so like excited to lift, and like, through the lens of elevating people's experience, because people care about themselves. And so they're like, I'm gonna clean my butt better with Tushy bidet. And oh, by the way, no one knows, but we've saved 10 million trees when we flush down the toilet. We don't even put that on our website. No one even knows that.
Because no one cares.
Because no one, like, people, like, not really.
I care.
Well, moms care. And I think that's why we're starting with diapers. And that's why we're starting with diapers, because it's an acupuncture point of change.
Yeah.
Where you go from maiden to mother, and it's or bachelor father, and it's the one moment that we can hook you into like really understanding ecosystem consciousness, hopefully, that you can then become an eco-forward parent leader for the rest of your life. And not just in this one acute moment where you're like, baby, 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 baby. And then once your baby's out, you're like, I'm back to buying all the Amazon and buying and buying and buying and buying and consuming and being asleep and just consuming. Versus the way we say it at Hero, the only consumer is the fungi. We are stewards of products. We're stewards of the planet. We are stewarding the next generation. How are we stewarding it? We're stewarding it through higher consciousness, asking ourselves, am I over consuming, or am I figuring out how to use just enough, and then figuring out how it can be regenerative to the planet?
The truth is that I think a lot of us, similar to me and you, who bought the cloth diapers and tried. We all thought about it, and we did consider it, but there wasn't
a solution that can meet you in the middle that's both high performing and eco. And here's the thing, all these high performing diapers are the conventional diapers because they have so much freaking plastic, and the plastic is what makes them high performing. All these eco diapers that are saying we're made out of bamboo and other materials, they don't work. They give diaper rash. They're full of they're bleached, so you actually give more dioxins than anything because they're just bleached. The bleach is what helps. We went so deep in diapers. It's like, we actually, on our website, herodiapers.com, we have a whole like page called The Truth About Diapers. So you can read about why we selected every layer we selected of this diaper. Like, we care so much about every single layer. It's the only unbleached diaper in the market. Every single diaper is bleached. We're one of two that doesn't have this toxic blue line that's not even allowed in adult cosmetics. We're the only one that's made with 50% less plastic, but only where performance matters, just enough, like just the bare minimum, but it comes with fungi that can help break it down. And so it's literally high performing.
So they could sleep through the night?
They can sleep through the night.
And we could sleep through the night.
And parents can sleep through the night.
Because
and no diaper rash because it's got an unbleached inner core.
Like, Mickey, even you who like the trees speak to.
Yes.
Okay?
My name in Japanese means 3 beautiful trees. Yeah.
Trees are my
trees are my thing.
Yeah. So like, but even you who's so attuned to nature and to the needs of the planet, you still live in a body that was healing after surgery,
that needed to use disposable diapers. 100.
You know,
and I'm not apologizing for it because
because if you didn't have that experience,
exactly,
this wouldn't exist.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. So I also want to just say, like, there are a bunch of people who are listening who like just like us.
Coterie has 50% more plastic than
Don't say it. Coterie.
Pretty much most diapers. It has 50% more plastic, more bleach. But they're so bulky, and that's why they work so well, because they have more plastic than every other diaper. It's just true, you know? And so we have 50% less. You can feel the diaper. It's so light.
I know, it's very cute.
It's so light. It performs so well. Like, our customer, they're just like, my baby literally had diaper rash with every other diaper, but with your diaper, because it's unbleached, no diaper rash.
Oh, wow.
It's like, and they're so proud of putting this little drop, this fungi pouch in the diaper before they throw it away. They feel so much less guilty, but they still feel like they can go about their day and not have to clean and just,
I just want people who don't need the diaper to be our ambassadors.
Yes.
You know?
Yes.
So that we can
tell your friends.
I have an 8 and a 6-year-old, and I'm like, okay, well, what can I do to amplify this message, essentially? Because I can't use the diapers unless I make another baby.
Yeah.
Which isn't gonna happen.
Okay.
But like, how do we amplify this message? You know, the moms who want to hand our kids a sustainable, beautiful planet.
By sharing this new frame, this new model that, you know, everyone tells you reduce, reuse, recycle. How many times have you heard that? Reduce, reuse, recycle 1 billion times.
Yeah.
Recycling is a hoax. 91% of plastic that's complete greenwash bullshit. Doesn't work. 91% of plastic is not being recycled. And even reusing, the washing, the cleaning, the changing hands requires a lot of energy. So we reframed it from reduce, reuse, recycle to reduce, regenerate. Reduce, regenerate. Reduce your consumption. Be conscious about everything you do. We're going to teach you elimination communication, which is going to allow you to use fewer diapers for a lot less time. We're going to get you out of diapers as fast as possible. It's part of our regenerative model. It's part of we call it the Trojan horse model. We're getting you in through a product you know and understand and need, but we're going to teach you how to become a regenerative person along this hero's journey path.
Wow.
And so get your baby out of diapers. And then elimination communication also teaches you how to use fewer diapers, because every time your baby potties, you give an opportunity to use the potty. And then they start to get the cues. Oh, anytime I potty, they take me and put me on the top of this potty. So they start to learn that potty equals going on top of this mini potty. And so we're teaching at Hero a course called Easy EC, Easy Elimination Communication. So it's a much lighter way to teach a parent how to get out of diapers as fast as possible without it being such a cumbersome, like, oh my God, this feels very daunting. So we created this thing called Easy EC, and we're teaching it. We've already taught many, many classes on Easy EC to get your parents out of diapers as fast as possible.
Your kids, you don't want to get your parents out of diapers.
Our parents
if your
and
parents
kids.
If your parents already need diapers.
No. The parents, your parents, you want the parents to get your kids out of diapers.
No, I know. But
your parents, we're doing adult diapers too. That's
okay,
next.
That's great.
That's next. Oh yeah.
Because they need them. I mean, not our parents necessarily, but eventually.
Yes. No, it's so reduce, regenerate. Reduce your consumption. Use the fewest amount of things you need to live your incredible, beautiful, conscious life. And if you're going to use any product, use one that is built on regenerative principles. That's it. That comes with an understanding of how is it going to return to the earth? How is it going to work? Like those squeeze packs, you can't have that because they end up in landfills for hundreds of years. So instead, bring a grinder to everywhere you go in a little baggie, and you can grind all of your grown-up food in a grinder and just feed it to your baby, and they can eat any food. Just grind it. You don't need anything but one grinder for the rest of your life. For cleaning products, you literally can use like vinegar and essential oils. You mix it together, and that's your cleaning spray. You don't need, you use it in a can. You don't need a lot of stuff. Diapers are an essential item. It is an essential. You don't want to have shit everywhere. You can't just be free diapering your baby, like letting your baby just be free. So we want to create an essential item, but teach you how to use the fewest amount of them. And understanding as busy parents that cloth diapers are not going to work. They're not. So let's meet you where you are, and let's bring you on this hero's journey to become an eco-forward parent leader.
I mean, I'm in.
Yeah.
I like you had me at Wild 20 years ago. You had me at Thinks. You had me at Tushy. You totally had me at Hero. Like anything I can do to spread this message, I'm down.
Yeah, Thinks has helped divert hundreds of millions of tampons and pads from landfills. Tushy saved 10 million trees. Like this to me is the biggest one yet because it's the #1 household plastic waste item is a baby diaper. #3 waste item in landfill. So we want to really tackle this first. And it's the acupuncture point of change for a parent so they can actually become awake and hopefully keep them awake.
Yeah, to
transform the way they think about their ecosystem or leaving their babies behind with. Because if you don't have a strong ecosystem, your baby will suffer. Why will you have a baby at all if you're leaving them behind with a shitty, nutrient deficient planet that's only going to give your child cancer? Like, why? unless you start now, and it's a collective movement. You cannot pass the buck to the government, to companies, to other people. It's all of our inspired actions collectively that will change the world. Like, it is true. Like, it's just, I
hear the urgencies and I feel the urgency so deeply.
The indigenous people, I just came back from the Amazon rainforest. I was with the indigenous. They are desperate. I was there 2 years ago in the Amazon, the Ecuador side, and they were like, okay, like it's the, the modern darkness is coming, but we have enough people to serve and support. Like, we got this. 2 years later, I'm here. There's desperation in their tone. They're like, we thought maybe that there would be, a change, but it's not. Like, the darkness is here. They're trying to extract from us. We've gone from 20,000 indigenous people to 700 left protecting the Amazon rainforest. Like, help us, please help us. Like we raised a bunch of money for them a couple of weeks ago in the Amazon when we went, but like, they're like, they prayed with the fungi with us. They're like, we need people regeneratively thinking. Like the desperation in their eyes was like, brought me to my knees in desperate sobs for them, for the protection of the Amazon rainforest. I actually gave some of my equity to Hero to the Pachamama Alliance, which is saving the 88 million acres of the Sacred Headwaters Amazon rainforest, because we want nature on our team. We want nature to be along this journey with us, so that when we win, nature wins too. Like, we're all winning together. And it is a desperate moment that parents need to wake up to. It is not a moment to pass the buck. It is not a moment to be like, someone else would do it. I'm too busy. I'm too tired. Too tired for your baby to grow up in a shitty, polluted world.
But this doesn't require any effort.
This requires no effort. But
it required effort on your part. It doesn't require any effort. For them,
it's just one step, one inspired action. But it just starts here. The hope is that it starts here, and then everything we become awake to, all the different inspired actions. Wait, why am I buying this thing? Why am I doing? I don't need that. I don't need that. Like, let's just reduce and become more aware, and put our feet in the earth, and dance with nature, and play with nature, and serve nature, and then support projects that are in service of nature, because that's the word we're going to grow up. And by the way, we're not going to die. The planet isn't going to die. We're going to go extinct. Our babies that we're so careful about, the human species is what's at risk of going extinct. Like, the planet has killed off dinosaurs, has killed out, like, but it has survived, And so when we think about when we have a fever, our body temperature goes up and up and up, right?
As a warning system
to kill, and it heats off and kills off all the viruses and kills off all the bugs. The global warming of our planet is killing off the viruses, which is us. It's killing off the viruses, and the only ones that they're going to let stay are the beneficial beings. In the same way, for us, we have beneficial fungi inside of us. We have beneficial bacteria. We take probiotics, they're beneficial. So we like those. Any viruses, bad stuff, we want to kill off and get rid of. Planet is the same. The beneficial ones, they will keep. The toxic ones, they will get rid of.
Isn't that like Darwin's theory?
It's literally.
It's like Darwinian, the survival of the fittest.
And the planet is going to just spit us out. It's like we've only been here for several thousands of years. They've been around for billions, like 3.5 billion years the planet's been around. Like, it's just like it'll spit us out and turn us out unless we, as a human species, collectively become beneficial.
I think one of the most exciting things about talking to you and like knowing the canon of your work is that you talk about taboo topics, because I'm like, oh, how do you talk about shit so freely, but the truth is, like, you're real. We all shit. All women bleed at some point. Like, our babies are gonna be shitting and peeing. Like, if we're doing everything right, like, we can't have the shame of being human. Like, this is the human experience, is that this is how we clean ourselves. How do we clean the planet? The more ashamed we are, the more bleached we are, the more we're like trying to act as if these things don't happen, the more harm we're doing collectively. And you've solved it several times over. That seems to be the driving force, is like solving this.
It's everyday products we use to take care of ourselves. Like the thing, it's like the everyday, like I'm a period every month. I go to the bathroom every day. Like I use a diaper for my baby. Like everyday things that we use to take care of ourselves. Like I want to approach them from a regenerative lens, from a lens of,
because we need them. We want to stay clean.
Yeah, exactly. And we want to elevate people on the planet. Each one of these items elevate people's experience too. It elevates the human experience too. Things has changed our lives.
Oh my God,
Tushy has changed our lives. Hero is going to change the lives of babies and parents because of like so much, like it's the unbleached diaper. There's no talk. It's the cleanest unbleached diaper in the market, period, end of story.
And women.
And returns to the earth with the help of friendly fungi. And it's designed to return to the earth.
The thing is that you're always, that you speak to women so passionately. It's like we're the ones who bring life into the world, sustain life. Like
that's right.
We
and
have
our
the
caregivers.
Power. We're the caregivers of life
the planet.
itself.
Yes. Mother Earth, our greatest mother of us all,
Yes.
Yes.
I think you have because you have such a megaphone to feminist women, strong women, women who care. It's part of the reason why I see like your tremendous success and why Hero is going to, I hope, make a huge impact for decades to come. It's because we as women have a huge say in how this world will end up.
Exactly. The future is a collective led by mothers who are going to move the paradigm forward, and conscious fathers as well, but really led by mothers, led by Mother Earth at the end of the day, but the great mother. And, there's a great rebalancing that's happening right now from a consciousness perspective. We've grown up, this whole old conditioned patriarchal system that also is affecting men too deeply. They don't want, it's like, don't show emotions, don't this, don't that, power, fame, money, like, at all costs. If not, you're worthless. It's just like, yikes. And then the women who are taught and indoctrinated to like want that, like, no. I always talk about the bonobo apes. In my book Disrupt Her, I talk about the bonobo apes, and the bonobo apes literally operate as a matriarchy. And so they have the most amount of sex, they're the most loving, they have the most fun, they're the most elevated of the apes, bonobos. And how they operate is as a collaborative collective of female bonobos. And they only let the most kind, loving male bonobos procreate with them. Any aggressive male bonobo does not get to procreate, and their lineage stops there. And so in one generation, it could be an aggressive society into a kind, gentle, loving one by just choosing the kind, gentle, loving males. Us as women, if we stopped also believing the patriarchal conditioned system of money, power, more, which by the way leaves men being mean, not present, not engaged in your family life, not available for you. Like, what's the point? Because they have money and power and fame. Like, who cares? They're not caring, like loving and like thinking about you, writing you love notes, bringing you flowers, whatever. You don't have to, it's just like in general, just loving you with presence is because of the conditioned system that we've all grown up in, right? So to be able to choose loving, kind men and say no to the aggressive, even if they will learn quickly to re-indoctrinate themselves into kind, loving presence, because they're not going to be being able to procreate with women. They're going to be just ending their life there with their seed stops at that place. And so we have all the power in our wombs, and we have forgotten because the working man, the money, the thing that came from men. So we have to like dote on the men, because otherwise how are we going to live? But today, 66% of women are either primary or co-breadwinners. We have the ability to change the paradigm now and forever. We kind of forget our power oftentimes, but now it's a great remembering that's happening. We not only are the ones procreating, but we are also the ones who are also income producing. And so we can actually choose the paradigm that we want to continue with, and the men will gladly serve. Men want to serve, the masculine wants to serve the feminine. A true honored, like actual king masculine wants to bend the knee to their queen. They do. They love it because they're so ferociously knowing of who they are that they can bend their knee to their queen. The ones who can't are still princes, are still in their own little ego trip, and they're not welcome here, unless they learn the ways of gentlemen. I will bow, I will bend the knee to the queen. If the man who knows that they are the banks to the women's flowing river, and the man who knows they are the structural base and vase to the woman's flower, the faster that the masculine knows that, the faster they will be just delighted to serve and remember the place that we all belong in society. It all comes down to procreation. And it's like, what is going to procreate is going to be a happy, loving woman that the man gets to serve so that his seed gets to continue. Like, that is the way forward if we all choose it together.
His seed can only continue if we have a planet to live on.
And that's it.
So
it
get
all
those hero
connects.
diapers, babies.
That's it. Yeah. It is
we want all of that. We want the trees to speak to us. We want the entrepreneurial life. I'm experiencing you as this, empress of your field of entrepreneurship. You have so many choices, and this is the choice you've made to dedicate your next however long of your time and attention and care. And I'm very grateful for it because, you've been in the female space, you've been in the tushy spaces. Everyone has a tushy.
Yes.
But anyway, but now that you're in the motherhood space, I'm so excited to have given you a mic and to continue to see this company rise, because we need you. We need you here in this arena with the mothers.
And the birth workers. We had an event last night at my restaurant, and we had all of the New York doulas, midwives, night nurses, lactation consultants, like the chiropractors, the acupuncturists, the cranial sacral, then all of the people in the maternal care space
in New York. So
New York come to the Carriage House. Boober, like all of the women, the founders came to the restaurant to hear the hero story. And I'm just so in awe of the birth workers, because they are the frontiers women who are changing the paradigm on the ground every day, talking to the pregnant women, sharing with them this ecosystem consciousness, how to be collaborative with nature. They're such nature warrior women. We cannot, I want to celebrate and shout out to all of the birth workers out there who are on the ground serving the women from the moment that they get pregnant to after. That is the new paradigm of consciousness that we want to fan your flame. I'm so excited to spotlight all of the birth workers. Every month we're going to be spotlighting these women. So excited to support them. I'm doing a monthly, if you become an ambassador also as a hero ambassador, as a birth worker, we're doing monthly office hours where I'm going to teach all these birth workers about entrepreneurship, how to build your business, how to think about getting new clients, and how to change the culture within the birth working space, and to really give tools to these women on how to build their businesses that are very, very integral in this new paradigm consciousness.
Mickey, you could be doing anything right now. You have done it. You've done this, right? You had the 3 things you wanted to do. Soccer, check. Filmmaking, check. Business, check. You could be doing anything, and I'm so grateful that you're doing this. Really, I am. I learned so much from you, and I'd love to continue learning from you. Where can I follow you, find you? How do I buy these hero diapers, become an ambassador?
I was just thinking of your sisterhood, and you're such a sister, and
I learned it from the best, Mickey.
Tell me one of your favorite things about your sister.
It's her daughter's 8th birthday today. She wanted a baby so badly. She fucking did it. Twice.
8-year-old and
she would when anyone had a birthday, she would put up balloons and make a big deal. She was just so effortless in her love. It was so abundant. Like, there was no stone left unturned when it came to knowing who Ariana loved.
What are you gonna do with her
With my
birthday?
love for Sophia?
Yeah.
I'm gonna go get her a bunch of balloons.
Yeah.
And a dollhouse.
Yeah.
And I loved hearing how you love Soleil, your niece, because I feel so connected to my nieces also. There's actually nothing like aunthood.
Yes.
Like, I know motherhood is obviously dope.
But you kind of get a hall pass if you just being like the cool aunt.
Just
That
fucking cool. I just like get to spoil her.
Yeah, it's the best.
And then I'm going to spoil her as much as she'll let me today. Yeah, in her honor. Yeah, sisterhood is a holy calling.
I think it starts with sisterhood. I think so much of like my feeling of, I've been through so much also hard shit. Like people have said shit about me over the years. Like people have like tried to whatever, all kinds of stuff over the years. And like it's like that core sisterhood that then, helps build community, and it's the community that really it's like what allows for this energy to fuel us. And I really honor the sisterhood. That's why the sisterhood of these birth workers, or sisterhood of friendship, or sisterhood amongst new friends, or with my own twin sister. Like I bless the sisterhood so much, because it is the wind. It's the wind that keeps us going beneath our wings. It's true.
The Wind Beneath Our Wings was the song that she walked down the aisle to at my wedding. My sister was my first talent scout. And she taught me all of these songs. That was my first song.
I love that song.
The wind. She's in the wind.
Can you sing the first two stanzas? Go.
She rides a night next to me. She leaves me the moonlight only to burn me with the sun. She's taken my heart, but she doesn't know what she's done. I feel her breath in my face, do, 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 do. Her body close to me. I can't look in her eyes. She's out of my league. Just a fool to believe I have anything she needs. What is she? She's like the wind. Yeah, so she's in the wind, she's in the rain. My sister. Yeah.
Thank you for sharing. It is, my mom's sister passed away at 24 in a car accident.
Oh no.
And she still to this day can't talk about it. I've asked her many times about it, and she just refuses. And in the old generation Japanese, they just put under the rug. And so for me, it's just like just hearing stories of like true sisterhood and love and loss is healing. It's important. It's part of life. It's part of the journey, and it's going to shape you even deeper in a more powerful way. And so thank you for sharing that too.
Thank
really
you.
Magic.
Thank you. She's really a magical person. My grandmother survived the Holocaust and didn't tell her story, and so because she couldn't, and I respect that. And so there are people who genuinely can't speak their life experience, and I never want anyone to forget Ariana Rabbani Repaporte, because she was a revolutionary woman in her way. Like all she ever wanted was a family, and that is badass.
It's 100%.
That's badass.
That is it. My mom is my goddess queen. She had 3 of us, and she devoted she was the CEO of our household. Yeah.
All of this talent.
Yes.
Thanks, Mom.
Thanks, Mama.
Well, we're wrapping up. I could speak to you for literally forever. Please be my friend.
Yes, we're friends.
Okay, great. Where do we follow you? Where do we find more about you and more about Hero? Where do we get some tushies to send out to our friends?
Yes, at Hero Diapers, follow the hero's journey. Please, if you have anyone in your life, or if you're pregnant, or anyone in your life, or in babies in diapers, please check out our regenerative model, HeroDiapers.com, HIRO diapers.com. Follow Hero's Journey at Hero Diapers on Instagram. We share the whole journey. If you want to follow me at Mickey Agrawal, I talk about soft power and this new framework for what I'm calling the new paradigm of business. It's soft power. It's not hard power. It's not trauma scaling, but it's this new regenerative, nature-based business creation, and it's called Soft Power, and I talk all about it it's an attunement to yourself, each other, the planet, how to build a business from that place. And so I talk a lot about that, and that's on my Insta, and I'm just launching a YouTube channel as well, but just all little mycelial nodes that are starting to kind of spread this message. I think it's time to like use our voices on the things we care about and hope that it will inspire a ripple effect.
It has.
Yeah.
And it will.
I hope so.
HeroDiapers.com.
Yes, and Hello Tushy. If you want a clean butt, if you know it's good for you, and you don't want it, Yogi Bhajan said, "Dirty butt, dirty mind. Clean butt, clean mind." You want a clean butt; it'll change your life. There's life before Tushy, life after Tushy. Go to hellotushy.com or at Hello Tushy on Insta. It's just, you can't, if you're pregnant, post-pregnant, mom, hemorrhoids, yeast infections, fissures, itching, bacterial vaginosis, yeast infection, whatever, GI issues, chronic, anything, BV, whatever, Tushy will save your life.
And your butt.
And your butt.
Hey guys, thank you so much for being here. I know you're going to want to get in touch with Mickey, so please do share this episode. Let everyone know about Hero Diapers, because we can like make a big difference in this world. And I'm so grateful that you gave us this option to make a huge impact and maybe make more babies.
Yes, I want one. Thank you.
Yeah. I love that.
Yeah.